This is the solar system, drawn to scale. 13 worlds from dwarf planets smaller than some moons to Jupiter, which could hold over 1,000 Earths. And at the very end, a star, all of them, from smallest to largest. We start with dwarf planets. Hundreds likely exist in the outer solar system, but only 5 are officially recognized so far. Ceres, the largest object in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, and the smallest recognized dwarf planet. NASA's Dawn mission found that its bright spots are salt deposits left by briny water rising from below. There may still be a liquid ocean under the surface, not a dead rock, a world with its own chemistry. Makemake, one of the largest known dwarf planets beyond Neptune. It's so far out that sunlight takes over 6 hours to reach it. Yet it shines brightly because its surface is coated in methane ice that reflects light well. In 2016, Hubble spotted a small moon orbiting it. That moon is how we finally measured Makemake's mass. Haumea, one of the strangest objects in the entire solar system. It spins so fast, one day lasts under 4 hours, but that centrifugal force has stretched it into the shape of an egg. It has 2 moons and its own ring system, most likely the aftermath of an ancient collision that also sent it spinning. Eris. Its discovery in 2005 turned astronomy upside down. It was large enough that a decision had to be made. Either Eris is the 10th planet or Pluto isn't a planet at all. They chose the latter. Eris is the object that changed the definition of the word planet. Pluto. Until 2015 it was little more than a blurry dot. Then the New Horizons probe flew past and revealed something nobody expected. Nitrogen ice glaciers, blue hazes layered through its atmosphere, a surface that's still actively changing. Even billions of kilometers from the sun, a world can still be alive. From the frozen edge of the solar system, we move all the way in, to the 4 rocky worlds orbiting closest to the sun. Mercury, the smallest planet in the solar system, smaller even than Ganymede, Jupiter's largest moon. It orbits so close to the sun and rotates so unusually that one day on Mercury lasts 176 Earth days, longer than its year, and most of its interior is taken up by a single massive iron core. Mars. Its red color comes from rust, iron oxide in the Martian dust. Today it's a frozen desert with an atmosphere 100 times thinner than Earth's. But its rocks preserve ancient river valleys and lake beds. Billions of years ago, Mars had liquid water, a thicker atmosphere, and conditions that could have supported life. Venus. Almost identical to Earth in size, and its complete opposite in every other way. A carbon dioxide atmosphere triggered a runaway greenhouse effect so intense that the surface is hotter than Mercury. Clouds of sulfuric acid pressure like 900 meters underwater, and it rotates in the opposite direction to most planets. Earth, the only known planet where life emerged. 71% of its surface is covered in liquid water, something extraordinarily rare at this scale. Tectonic plates are still shifting the continents, and the moon stabilizes Earth's axial tilt, giving us stable seasons. But from the rocky inner planets, we move outward, to colder worlds without solid ground, the ice giants, where water, methane and ammonia lie compressed beneath dense atmospheres. Neptune, the most distant planet in the solar system. It wasn't discovered through a telescope. Its existence was calculated from disturbances in Uranus's orbit. Methane in its atmosphere gives it a deep blue color, and it has the strongest winds in the entire solar system, over 2,000 kilometers per hour, faster than the speed of sound. Uranus, the planet that lies on its side. Its rotational axis is tilted 98 degrees, so Uranus rolls along its orbit instead of spinning upright. Each pole spends 42 years pointed toward the sun, then 42 years in complete darkness, almost certainly the result of a massive ancient collision. From farther out, the scale grows again, from icy interiors to worlds ruled by mass, gravity, and atmosphere. Gas giants, vast, fast-spinning planets built mostly from hydrogen and helium. Saturn, the most recognizable planet in the solar system thanks to its rings, bands of ice and dust, sometimes only 10 meters thick. Saturn itself is so low in density that if you had a large enough ocean, it would float. It's the only planet in the solar system lighter than water. Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system, more massive than all the other planets combined. Despite its size, it completes one rotation in just 10 hours, the fastest of any planet. The Great Red Spot is a storm larger than Earth that's been raging for at least 190 years. And finally, the star that everything you've seen orbits. The Sun. It contains 99.86% of all the mass in the solar system, every planet, moon, dwarf planet, asteroid, and comet combined. That's just 0.14%. Every second, it fuses 600 million tons of hydrogen into helium. A photon born in its core takes around 250,000 years to reach the surface, then just 8 minutes to get to Earth. And for all of that, it's an average star, one of hundreds of billions in our galaxy alone. That's the solar system to scale. If you got something out of this, drop a like and subscribe, it really helps. See you in the next one.